Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I have not posted in 6 months. At least I haven't posted a full form video. I have posted a few shorts, but nothing worthwhile. And I've got a lot to catch you up on. So I want to start off by saying that I moved and I had a baby. So life has been pretty chaotic since then. We're 4 months old now, and I've lived in my place for a couple of months. So it has gotten a little bit more calm around here, and I figured I would finally start a new video again, start doing vlogs again. I never finished Vlogmas. That's okay. It doesn't have it happens. It happens. So we're just going to start right back in, and we're going to start a crochet with me and chat, more of like a yap and chat, because I have missed so much, and I haven't updated you guys on pretty much anything. So let's just get started. So I want to start off by saying my new place is similar to my old place, but it's bigger, and that's all that matters. It is bigger and better, and that's really what we needed in the first place, because our old place, there was no space and I couldn't really film anywhere, and I finally am able to film somewhere, and that is in our office. We call it the crane room. So anyways, we moved. The place is bigger, has more storage, which thank goodness. We had to get a storage unit for our other place because we just didn't have enough room, and now we have the storage unit. We're just going to keep using it because it honestly just makes the most sense when you live in an apartment complex. And then the chances of us moving again are very high, but we won't be moving for a while, so it's a big if for that. And then I gave birth in February. For privacy reasons, I'm not going to give out the gender or the name or anything. We'll call them just the baby. I guess we'll just say the baby. The baby was born, and having two cats and a baby is a lot. And my husband goes to work for 12 hours, and I'm at home all day with all three of them. And trust me, I know I'm blessed to be in this position in the first place, but it has been hard. It has been hard working up a new routine now that they're born, and I have been struggling. So I haven't really posted much on here. And then I started posting on TikTok a lot more, and that is all just random side hustle stuff, honestly, because I never really realized how important side hustles are to people until I started needing to do it myself, because the job I had, I couldn't go back to for kind of like health reasons. It's very different than from when I started, and I just don't want to be in that environment. So I left. Those are the two huge things that happened recently. And now I am crocheting a blanket. Oh, another thing. I'm a little bit better at crocheting than I was the last time you guys saw me, since I have been trying to get better at it, and I realized a lot of the difficulty I was having had everything to do with the yarn I was using. I didn't realize all yarn isn't miserable. I was using 100% cotton to do my creations, and if you're a crocheter and you know anything about 100% cotton, is one, it hurts, and two, it's a pain in the butt to work with because it like frays as you're working it, which really sucks. I hated that. That's like my least favorite part. Anyways, I also discovered a new YouTuber. I am trying to watch more crochet YouTubers, and I came across Crochet by Kris. Oh, she's so funny and she's so realistic. Like, I love the vibe she gives off, because it's like being on FaceTime with like an aunt or like a sister who is just trying to figure stuff out. And I really like that, like, feeling, because it's so refreshing. Unfortunately, I watched all of her videos in like one go. I'm already done because she doesn't post very frequently, which I get it. She's really realistic about mental health and I really like that about her. So with this blanket, I'm actually crocheting it because my sister-in-law is now pregnant as well. And her baby is due in December, and we find out the gender in a couple of weeks. She already got the results back, but she's having somebody else do a gender reveal. So we won't know for a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited because I have a couple of projects planned. I want to make a scrapbook, which I'll show you guys. And then I also want to make a blanket. Originally, this blanket was going to be for my baby, but we decided to do a different kind of blanket for them since we wanted it to be more custom and like remind the baby of us rather than like just be a plain blanket. Like this blanket isn't going to be plain. I'm going to crochet a name in it hopefully if they ever decide on a name. They haven't even decided on a hard solid name yet, but when they do, I want to crochet the baby's name into the blanket, and then I want to crochet details related to the gender. I think that would be really fun. But for now, we are just making a basic white blanket. If you're curious, it is a single crochet, double crochet blanket. So every other row is single crochet and every other row is double crochet. The only bad thing is so for some reason, some of the spots on the yarn are dirty because this is white yarn and some of the spots are dirty and it's really unfortunate. And I already know I'm going to have to do some sort of blocking because you never realize how crooked everything is until you're like working it and then you're like, oh, I should probably. So I'm hoping blocking helps. If it doesn't, I might cry. And I thought about, so the pattern calls for a normal like single crochet edge, but I think what I'm going to do is a scalloped edge. I think that would be a cute little detail. And I don't think it matters what gender the baby is. You can just crochet to crochet. I also want to crochet a hat, like a bucket hat, because babies can't be in the sun when they're initially born until they're about 6 months, really, because of the fact that it can burn them and they can't wear sunscreen. So I think I'm going to make a couple bucket hats that are going to be real cute. Different sizes, of course. And then this yarn is actually 100% polyester, so it's meant for clothing, like that's what the brand says. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. So anyways, that is that. I think I've said anyways like a million times already, but I can't help it because I'm like trying to keep track of like what I've said and what I haven't said to you guys because I haven't done one of these in a long time and I really missed it. I have obtained more subscribers since the last video, but I feel like they haven't really gotten a feel for my videos because I haven't posted in months. So how are you supposed to know? You know what I mean? But I have been working on this blanket all day. I had 2 rows done last night, and this is day 2 of crocheting this blanket. And it actually makes me feel a lot better about crochet. I feel like I'm doing a lot better, which makes sense considering I've been doing this blanket. This works up really quickly. Like, I think the double crochet rows take a little bit longer, but the single crochet rows don't. I could honestly turn this into a scarf and it would be just fine. I don't want to turn it into a scarf because it is literally June. It is literally the middle of summer right now. And so we're just going to do this. And then probably I'm going to end up cleaning my desk because I also became a TikTok shop affiliate. So now I get like all sorts of things in the mail. And so I have to like, I don't have a ton yet, thankfully. So it's still pretty easy to clean my area. But once I start getting all these samples and stuff, I'm going to have a building full of stuff. I already have to clean my desk weekly, but I clean the whole house weekly. So I guess that's chill. But anyways, I got some of Olay skincare products. And then I got, it's Coaster RX skincare. I really liked that. But the thing about skincare for me is, so the thing I got from Coaster RX is toner, and my skin is really weird when I put things on it like hyaluronic acid and toner, stuff like that. It actually, my face gets really warm and feels like it's burning. I don't know why. It does it every single time. I think I might have to. I'm curious if it is a reaction from my moisturizer and if I should just not use my moisturizer. But that wouldn't make any sense to me because aren't they made to work together with stuff like that? So I think I'm going to have to do some research because I'm really hoping I'm not allergic, because if I am, that's a problem. But Coaster RX is also sending me under eye patches, which I will be using, and we're going to see how my under eye looks for a week. But today is day 2 of the toner. It's a milky mist toner. It's not just like drops, so it's really nice. I absolutely adore it. And then I actually got my first brand deal email, so I'm gonna do that. I'm really excited for that too, because, well, I won't say anything yet, but when I make my next video, hopefully I put the brand in there. I have to email them back, and it is a lot differently. It goes a lot different than I thought it would, because I thought brand deals, like the way it worked, was so much different than how it's actually working, which is good in a sense because I thought it was way more complicated than it actually is. Anyways, I thought about selling my crochet creations once I want to get a little bit better before I start. Like, I sell scrunchies already, but I want to get better before I sell like anything else, because I thought about selling some bags out of t-shirt yarn, because t-shirt yarn is, well, it's good for the environment, and I've got clothing that I can make it with. So I thought about doing that. I also need to frog some projects that can't I just can't finish, because basic crochet. I think I'm gonna finish this row, and then I'm gonna do the single crochet row, and then we can do something else, like make a list of things I want to do this week, because I'm supposed to be making scrunchies for a challenge, because I'm supposed to be seeing how many scrunchies I can crochet in a week. And I started a TikTok, and I did that. Maybe I should do that here too, right? See how many scrunchies not scrunchies, but like see how much I can sell crochet wise in a week. What do you think? Should I do that? I think it would be fun because I got the idea from Crochet by Kris, and she did really well. And I think, you know, it doesn't hurt to try. Like, how are you supposed to know if you don't try? And so I think I'm going to try selling crochet for the week. I just messed up. Clearly, it can't be something like a blanket, because I'm not bad at it. I'm actually pretty good at this one, because the pattern was literally single crochet, double crochet, and that's it. I thought about adding another one myself to make the blanket a little bit different, because I wanted it to be more custom. I'm also wanting to make some patterns, but the thing is, you have to know what you're doing. And I think I already made my own crochet, like, scrunchie pattern. I just didn't realize I made my own until I realized how different it is from the actual pattern itself. So when I realized that, I was like, oh, I should just make this my own pattern. And then I know a lot of crocheters, they make good money because they sell patterns. But I don't know if people would rather have a pattern or if they would rather have a piece, because I don't know what people actually watch my videos. So I'm curious if it's more the crocheter community or if it's just buyers or both, maybe. I wouldn't mind getting better at it and like doing custom orders or something for the first little bit. I feel like that would be really good for my experience. Maybe I should open custom jewelry and crochet orders. And this is easy. Like I can do a simple, a basic one. I feel like crochet is not as hard as people make it out to be. Like I would definitely rather crochet over knitting. No hate on the knitting though. Like some people really love it. I'm just not one of those people. Okay. So we finished the row and I chained one. And this is the progress we've got going on. I started with 2 rows and I have added 8 or 9 since then. So this is what we're looking like. I think I'm going to make one more row and we can do something else. You know, I used to think it was so hard to see stitches, and now I understand I was just being goofy. So we're going to finish this and we will come back to talking when I have finished the row. I'm almost done. I have like 24 stitches left. I have stitch markers at every 20 stitches. That is that row done. I did the first 2 double crochets. Now I'm going to take my stitch marker. I should make these. I thought about putting them on my shop. I wasn't sure if anybody would like them. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to give you guys a little behind the scenes. But here is my blanket so far. For those curious, it is 120 stitches long. I have every 20 stitches is marked by a stitch marker. And literally just the pattern is just single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and then the entire outline of the blanket is supposed to be single crochet, but we're probably not going to do that. So I think I'm going to give you guys a little behind the scenes on preparation for what I'm going to put on my website. Right, actually we've got a scrunchie right here. I'm supposed to make 10 of these, 5 pink and 5 of another color, but I was making them with 100% cotton and I decided I would rather die. So I have those listed already on my shop for like I make to order for those ones. And I was gonna have some ready-made stuff, but I think not. So let's see. I want, first of all, a pen would be nice. Okay. Well, guess we'll go with blue. I didn't want blue, I wanted pink, but blue it is. So let's see. I want to make, I think I'm going to make stitch markers. I think that's a good idea. And I have different stitch marker sets because I do have a bunch of different charms. They're actually right outside my office door, or the cream room door, I guess. And I want to make stitch marker sets, and then I want to see what a reasonable amount would be to like sell them for, because I don't actually know how much they sell for, but I feel like only a few dollars I feel like would make sense, like, right? You don't want to like break the bank for stitch markers. So we'll make some stitch marker sets and I'll show those to you guys. And then I want to this is hard. What else should I make? I want to try stitching some better scrunchies, but I probably won't show those on camera. I think I'm just going to put them on the website already made. Only do a few of those. Life is hard for crochet when you have a baby. And then I think I want to, this is hard. I kind of want to make some more ACEOs because I sell those. Here, I can show you guys actually. I haven't shown you guys really much of anything unless you've seen my shorts. But this is a cute little, there's a glare, but I've got all of these. Some of them are good, some of them aren't. I just kind of test stuff, and usually the bad ones end up being the test ones. So maybe I should make more ACOs. I think we'll aim for 15 because I think I can get 15 out of a full sheet. I might just plan them and with you guys and then do them off camera just because they are so much. And I'll update you guys in the next video on those ones. But I also thought about here, my business cards are no longer accurate because I have a partnership now. So 2 people own the business instead of 1. But I've got like these Halloween necklaces that I made for some markets. I kind of want to put those up for a few dollars because I have different I keep any holiday jewelry I already have. I try and keep up on the website, and then I just don't release any more until the next holiday season. It just makes the most sense to me. So I've got 2 of those. I think these are pretty cute actually. I have plenty of beads to do more of these. And then I wanted to put these hooks back on. They're like hook necklaces. I've got them in like different kinds. So we've got this one too. But I might have to put these back on the website. There's some jewelry that it doesn't match the vibe that I want for my shop. Like they just don't feel good enough, like the quality. I'll show you. And you can tell me if I should put it back on. Like, well, actually, this is one of the ones that I liked. So I might make that one cheaper. But these ones where they have a little bit more structure to them, those ones might be a little bit more just because of that. I don't price things very high. I probably should, but I don't. But I've got to take pictures of all of these and, ooh, I love this one, and put them on the website because I don't have them up right now. So if anybody wants to purchase any of these, I will link the website down below and you can check it out and make a purchase. I don't have an Etsy anymore. I use a different service. I use Shopify. I don't know why I said it like that. I use a different website thing because Etsy is just, they take out so much from what you made yourself, and it's so frustrating. Like I love making stuff and selling it, but Etsy just makes it so expensive. Like, because they charge you for all the listings, and then they charge you for selling it, and then they just take everything from you. I also have some new phone charms that I now have on the listing. Here are these. I love these so much. They are limited stock though. I want to get some more, but I want to see if people want to buy them. And then I have these cute little star phone charms. I'm also going to put these on. I haven't put these up yet, so those will go in the list of things I need to put up. And then I have the whole Powerpuff Girl squad. My phone charms are super cheap. I sell them for $3. I should sell them for more. And the internet agrees. But I've noticed recently that a lot of small businesses are overpricing their stuff because people will buy it. Yeah, but they also complain, and then they're less likely to buy from small businesses. So that's a no-go. But we've got these. I might put those as a set. I got to figure out how I'm going to design that. And then, of course, I love this little guy. It's a cappuccino. I love them. I have tons of them. But yeah, I've got to list those. I'll have them listed before I post this video. And then, let's see. I wanted to show you guys also my seed bead earrings. Most of my earrings are $5. I'm going to be real. They're $5. I should charge more, but I don't because they're literally if you put it into a hater's perspective, it does not take long to make it, so why does it cost so much? You know what I mean? The most expensive earrings I have are going to be my Swiss roll cake earrings, because from the charm itself to the decoration on it, I make all of that myself. It took hours to make those, and I hand painted the swirl with a toothpick. So anyways, this is like one of the like star beaded earrings. They kind of look like flowers, but I've got all sorts of colors. I keep them in this container for now because it's not damaging them. And then I designed some 4th of July stuff, but I'm not posting it yet because I don't want to. So I guess what we'll do is make a to-do list. So I will post the necklaces on the website, and I would give you guys more of behind the scenes, but because I film on my phone, I can't really do that unless I take my husband's phone, but he's watching our baby in the other room. So I grabbed my bead cart because it has all of my charms on it, and that's where I keep them. Also, I keep it dark in here without any lights because of the fact that I like natural light the best, and so it's a little bit dark in here, but that's okay. So let's get some charms, and we can start making some charms as soon as I figure out where my tools went. Right here. Oh, I got a bedazzling kit. Should I bedazzle something? Do you think that would be fun? I'm like eager to test it out, but I don't know what I would bedazzle. Like, should I bedazzle one of my crochet hooks and just never use it again? You know what I mean? I could bedazzle one of my old business cards. I feel like that would be fun. Anything would be fun. At this point, I could bedazzle the Squidward painting I have on my wall. But yeah, so let me know what I should do, because I really want to bedazzle, but I don't know what to bedazzle. So I'm missing the 2 hooks that go with this. They're not hooks, the 2 peep these. I got some new keychain tops because I thought they would look better than the other ones, and I haven't decided, but I think they do work because instead of silver and gold, which messes everything up, I have these ones. So we'll see about making something with those. So got my pliers, got my supplies. I didn't have a ton, which is why I assume I didn't make a ton, but I think it'll be okay. Some silver ones, and I want to make some gold ones, I think. And that is just that. So I also got some of these hoops that I have because I make earrings with them. So we're gonna do that. Of these like little ones, I have a ton of them. I have a ton of like little gold ones. I don't know where my silver ones are. My silver ones should be in here. No, they're not. That's okay. We don't need them. We don't need them. So this is so chaotic. Okay. So I don't have that much time left to film. I'm gonna need to get more lobster claws because I have like none. I guess it's good to find out that now rather than later. Then we've got my massive bin of charms. I'm pretty sure I have another one, but clearly it's not here. So I think this is so hard because I've got charms for, I could do like individual charms because I've got like a freaking Gravity Falls, some Gravity Falls ones. But I kind of like, I think I'm going to do, where's my, this is a lot. I don't know how I like have the will to do this, but I do. Like I've got these little like lucky ones, but I don't think we're gonna do those. I can do some smiley face ones. I don't want to do too many just because like the thing is I don't have a ton, So I can't like make a ginormous set, but what if I like, there's literally 2 charms in here. Why? Hold on, I got an idea. I've got all these cute little different Hello Kitties. So what if I do them? Because I've got a blue, yeah, I've got a blue, a green, and like that. So I think I'm going to do those Hello Kitty ones. And that is one kind. And then I want to do, I could do more turtles. But those are not for this. So I feel like, what should I do for the silver ones? Because all I have is gold. So like, what if I do, I feel like if I do some like cute little simple ones, I could do like an ocean themed one, ocean theme set. I don't know who would want that though. What if I take away these 3 and put these ocean ones? There, I think I got an ocean set and a Hello Kitty set, and I think we'll do like, should I just do it? Should I just full send doing the little turtles? I feel like I should just full send the turtles. So those are all silver. And then I feel like I should have more gold, but I think I can do 3 more gold. I think we're going to do cute. Hold on. I have an idea. I think we're going to do like rainbow maybe. I think there's just going to be one set of these ones, and I think it's going to be these 3. Okay, so we've got all of the charms selected. Now, what I do is not super hard. So I grab, do you want it big or little? I feel like I want a little one. So I've got like different sizes of the little circles. So you just open it. Then we're going to add like, we'll start with this charm. It's cute. So we start with that, and then we also put the lobster claw in. Just like that. And it makes a cute little, I don't even know where I learned to do this from, but I do it now. I make all of the stitch markers that aren't, like if I'm using it to keep my place, I'm using a different stitch marker than the one that I'm using to count how many stitches I have. Second one, and then one more, at least for this one. And then we've got to make we got to start the silver ones. These should all be the same size, but the silver ones aren't. So I got to make sure I don't accidentally mess it up. See, for like 3 sea creature stitch markers, what am I supposed to do with those? Okay, so I need 5 of these ones. Okay, so when I went off camera, I did a little bit more than connect those. So I got the turtle stitch markers done, but I also did the little sea life ones, and then the 5 Hello Kitties. There were 3 charms, but one of the things broke, and I didn't really want to, I don't think I have any more for now, so this is what we've got for stitch markers. I can't wait to price those. Gonna have to do some research. And then I made earrings. So we've got the coffee cake earrings, coffee cappuccinos. We've got these pastel rainbow star, shooting star, and then we've got like a red, white, and blue shooting star earrings, and then we've got these cute little flowers with smiley faces, and then we've got two different two different mermaids. Then I made some keychains. So I made these keychains, which are both just the, oh my gosh, they could stay still, the blue star wand. Then I found some other wands, so I made these wands. So those are also keychains. Then we've got the little dinosaurs. I have got another set of dinosaurs. These ones are T-Rexes. They would stay still. And then we've got the sea stars. I love them. And I think that is all that we made, and I'm very, very happy with them. I'm actually going to put all of, well, I better take some photos, and I'm going to put all of those on my website along with all of the necklaces that I showed you guys today, and hopefully that is enough for this time around, because that totals out to roughly like 15, something like that, different things that I'm putting on the website. It might be more than that. I do an individual listing. Some of my listings have like different sizing options, but most of them are just all like, I do like one listing for a different thing, because Shopify and pretty much every source I could find was like, you need to have different listings for everything instead of having one listing that has a bunch of different options. Anyways, so we got all of those. And then we managed to get this much done on the blanket, which is really soft. I love polyester. This is so soft. I'm gonna have to get some more. I'm gonna have to get a blocker because it's like slowly like making its way over to the right side, and I'm like trying to ignore it because it's like slowly getting more crooked. So hopefully I figured that out, because this side is not really doing it. It's more of just getting like a scalloped edge. So that is where we made it today on everything. If you want to see more, come back hopefully next week and I'll have another video up, especially with an update of how much crochet / jewelry I managed to make this time around. Hopefully I make a decent amount, because I would love to share the results in my next video. That would be so cool. So if you are interested in anything that you saw today, just check out my website that is linked down below. If you want custom projects, I will link my email below. You can send a little email and I can see if I can make the custom order for you. Right now my stuff isn't super priced, but hopefully eventually I'll feel good enough that I can higher the price. Right now everything's pretty low priced though. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.